What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome back to a brand new video. And today what I want to talk about some big official news for The Walking Dead's virtual Comic-Con panel for 2020. And of course all the other panels for all the other shows, with things such as when the panels will be happening, like dates and times, since that information was just released to all of us. And maybe a release date for the season 10 finale? So first we're going to go over the release date for the season 10 finale and all of that type of stuff, and then we're going to go into the ComicCon information, such as, the times and the dates and when that will be happening and occurring, because we do have an official date for all of that stuff. So the release date for the season 10 finale. Now I know that might sound a bit like clickbaiting and everything, I go the release date and everything, but I do not have the official release date, but we do know when we will get the actual release date, which is really reassuring as a fan of a massive fan of the show, which I'm pretty sure all of us are. But besides all that babbling, The Walking Dead's Twitter page posted this picture of an Instagram post, or at least the comments section of an Instagram post. So pretty much there was this post of the Friday nights and with the Morgans and anything that really good. I have not started watching that show yet or anything, but besides that, I definitely want to. But besides all of that, they posted this picture, and someone commented down below and everything saying when will the season finale air, because obviously Angela Kang was on that episode of the Friday night and with the Morgans and everything, and obviously they wanted to ask her when will the season finale release. And obviously I probably if I post that comment, I would have really been expecting to get an answer. I would have been like, oh, okay, I probably won't really get an answer. I'll probably get a couple people telling me oh, later this year. But surprisingly enough, and definitely stay calm, Angela Kang responded to the comment saying announcement at virtual Comic-Con. So holy shit, that's a lot to process. Well, not a lot to process and everything, since obviously it's easy to process, but the fact that it's I'm still trying to process it myself, and I saw this post yesterday. But pretty much at this year's virtual Comic-Con, or the first virtual Comic-Con since of everything that's going on, we will be getting the official release date for the season 10 finale of The Walking Dead, which is amazing since we haven't gotten a new episode in months. And obviously this episode, at least from what I've heard, is going to be an extremely long episode. It's definitely going to be over the usual runtime, which I'm not sure what that is. I think it's an hour maybe, but this one's going to be extremely long, and it's going to feature tons of great moments, which I'll make a video on later on this week. But pretty much, yes, the season 10 finale release date will be announced at the virtual Comic-Con, which I think is happening next Friday, but that's into the date stuff, which we're gonna get into right now. So yes, the Walking Dead virtual panels scheduled for Comic-Con 2020. All this information is in an article by Skybound, which will be linked down below, such as also the tweet from the Walking Dead Twitter. But the first date that they have listed on here, oddly enough, is the Fear the Walking Dead, which will happen on Friday, July 24th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And I think this will be happening on the Comic-Con's YouTube channel, which I'll try to link it down below in the description if I can remember. But yep, the Fear the Walking Dead's one will be happening on July 24th, 2020, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And this will kind of just feature some of the cast and everything, and just a small Q&A with just some bits and pieces, maybe a new trailer, some screenshots, or some pictures and everything from or for season 6, which I don't know. I'm not really holding my breath for season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead, so that's one's not really big. If you want to read more on this, now I'll of course link that the article down below. But the big one everyone is waiting for, which is the Walking Dead's panel. This will of course also happen on Friday, July 24th, 2020. This will be occurring from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., which is cool because it's a whole hour panel like all the other ones will be. But this one, I'll read out the full description since it's actually a pretty interesting one. It says The Walking Dead will make its 11th San Diego Comic-Con appearance with a panel spotlighting a certain Doom, which will air as a standalone episode later this year, which, as we know, we'll be getting an actual release date for the season 10 finale at this Comic-Con, and it'll be moderated by Chris Hardwick and everything, Talking Dead, and have all tons of the major cast and everything, like Norman Reedus, Melissa McBride, and all of them. And this panel will pretty much discuss The Walking Dead 1016, aka the season 10 finale, a certain Doom, and it gives I guess maybe a brief synopsis of the episode, which is pretty much Beta engages the final battle of the Whisperer War, which is some pretty interesting shit. So obviously during that, like, you know, hour of, like, you know, panel time for The Walking Dead, we'll be getting, like, you know, the release date for the season 10 finale. I'm guaranteeing a new trailer and some pictures from, like, you know, the episode, which I really can't wait for, because I want more trailers and anything. Obviously I want that release date so badly, because I'm pretty sure everyone wants to see the episode, new trailers and stuff and anything, like spotlighting the big stuff, like, you know, Beta versus Negan, the escape from the hospital, Maggie's return, like, you know, the Commonwealth, and just all of that type of stuff. And the final panel, aka show, The Walking Dead World Beyond, which will yet again occur on Friday, July 24th, 2020 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now this one is kind of the same as the Fear the Walking Dead one, how it's not as big as the, just like, you know, the main Walking Dead show, and also how in the panel it'll pretty much be like a Q&A with the cast and everything, like the main cast members, and also most likely feature new trailers, some, like, you know, pictures from the show, and pretty much just like a Q&A and everything with the main cast, like I just said. But that's pretty much all the information I have today. This is all like extremely big information and everything, like the release date of season 10 finale and everything. Also, I didn't really mention this too much in the video, but if they're gonna, like, you know, announce like a release date, I assume that means that they're extremely close to finish, like, you know, up with editing and post-production, or they're already finished, since I think recently, I'm not sure recently, but a little bit ago and everything, they were just allowed back into the editing room and everything to finish post-production, or, like, you know, work on post-production. So I can assume that they're pretty much finished or near completion, that they have the confidence to, like, you know, announce the release date at this year's Comic-Con. So all of that's happening and everything. Like I said, all sources will be linked down below in the description. Are you guys excited for all these panels? I think, will you guys be watching them and everything when they, like, you know, happen on July 24th? Which panel are you most excited for? Are you guys excited for the Walking Dead season 10 finales, like, you know, release date announcement? And yep, that was all for today. Hope you guys did enjoy this video and everything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more of the latest news in the Walking Dead universe, and more on this, and more information gets, like, you know, released. And also, we'll be covering every single Walking Dead panel, I think next Friday, when all this, when, like, you know, it pretty much happens. But yep, I see you guys later, my amigos, and peace out.